Hi there, thought I'd do a video series on the small parks in the state of Oregon. We actually have a number of small parks all the way down to tiny parks. This first one I'm going to cover is a smaller state park. It's under 5 acres. It's about a half an hour drive away from Salem. It's called Erratic Rock State Park. And it contains a geological artifact left over from the glacial age. I'm going to take the Skydio 2. This is a new drone that I've added to my so-called fleet. My fleet now contains 2 drones. And it's a very interesting drone. It uses artificial intelligence to try to figure out where it's going with a priority to obstacle avoidance. We'll talk a little bit about this drone and the experience that we have and our use out at Erratic Rock State Park. So without further ado, here we go.
You have arrived at your destination. The route guidance is now finished.
Here we are, Erratic Rock. We're at the parking area, which is not big. And we're now going to hike up to Erratic. It was here that my action camera died. I don't know why it died, but it died. It is a 4-year-old Yi action camera, a GoPro ripoff, for which I paid about $49, and so I guess I got what I bought. But we'll continue now. Okay, this is it, Erratic Rock. This rock was brought here from the Rockies on top of an iceberg, which started out as a glacier. And then the glacier floated around in Lake Missoula, a ice age lake. There was a big ice dam, and that broke. And then all the icebergs and the rocks on top of them floated down into the Willamette Valley eventually, and the iceberg kind of grounded, and then it melted underneath the rock, leaving this rock. It's called erratic because I guess it's not stable. And so we have the erratic rock. Not the erotic, it's the erratic rock. Here, state of Oregon, this is a state park, occupies less than 5 acres. So that's how we got to the erratic, not erotic, rock. Now you'd think that erratic and rock are a contradiction in terms, but here we have an erratic rock. Not a stable genius. It's an erratic rock. I then set up the Skydio 2 drone to kind of test it out. And I tested it out with this device that comes with it called a beacon, which is a little handheld device where you can sort of control the drone. But this is a drone that more or less controls itself, and I am trying to figure it out. It's supposed to follow me, but then it got more interested in the gopher mounds. I don't know why it was more interested in the gopher mounds than me, but definitely interested in the gopher mounds and kind of lost me. And I kind of appeared again in the periphery, but then it got busy again on the gopher mounds, so I was still trying to get it reacquired to something more interesting, and it still wanted to look at the gopher mounds, and I'm sitting there trying to figure out how to control this thing and get it back to doing what I thought it was going to be doing. And we finally got it somewhat reoriented to me and to the erratic rock, and tried the controller back and forth, in and out from the photo area, constantly looking at the drone and trying to figure it out. Then I figured out, oh, wait a minute, it seems to follow you and it gets acquired to you if you move. And so I said, well, look at me. And then I tried the orbit mode, which was, it's supposed to kind of like circle around, and while it was circling around, I moved it back and in and closer to the ground and farther away. It's a very curious device. It's a drone that wants to do its own thing, and the pilot be damned. So it was it's a learning in progress kind of event, and and sort of confounding. Anyway, that's the experience with the Skydio 2 at the Erratic Rock, and I hope you enjoyed this particular adventure.